Can I give you a secret? They didn't get all my implants. There are certain hidden backups which can be used in an emergency, such as being on the run from the technocracy, having been betrayed by the disparates and currently imprisoned by the traditions. That doesn't count as an emergency. I don't know what does. And I was able to do some scanning while they were pointing that mind. I don't know what it is. It's not physical. It just gets into your thoughts. I started saying nonsense. It's the only thing I could think of to defend myself against it as it probed. But anyway, I fainted. I forced myself to faint. That was one of my 2 remaining implants. The other one I did a quick scan, and there is technology here. Enlightened tech. So I suspect that our captures is a possibility. They might be the Sons of Aether. What? No, they're not all men. It's just son as in when, yeah. Anyway, yeah, you've never heard of them. I thought everyone, okay. Well, they're very famous in the technocracy because they betrayed us. They left. And that's why there's no ether left in the universe. What? You don't know? Okay. Up until the 19th century, there was a theory of ether through which light would go, like a wave of water goes through water. I could have phrased that better. Waves in water are in water, so they're in a medium. Light was in ether, because it needed a medium. And the Sons of Aether were a bit crazy. Mad scientists. No, the progenitors are not mad scientists. Please pay attention. They were mad scientists, coming up with these crazy things, steam-powered, electricity, fire, maybe let's put some petrol. Nowadays they're probably putting uranium, all in the same machine for no particular purpose. And it shouldn't work, and it does work. They're inventing things. They're the romantic scientists. Not mad scientists, mad engineers more. You can have this romantic view that the world is yours to understand and transform through these techniques, through crazy stuff, plugging this in. Electricity works well, let's electrocute things. Let's plug in a lot of other stuff, steam, electricity, everything. Let's put in some coal, let's grind in some platinum, why not? And anyway, so they're romantic. They create things. They clank, robots that clank around. It's wonderful. It's artistic. It's incredibly dangerous. They have not heard of mass productions. They have not heard of safety standards. I had a friend who tried to take down the Son of Aether once. They succeeded. The Son of Aether was, all their devices were neutralized, but my friend did not get to turn off the devices on time. And boom. There is a city that the technocracy called everyone to forget, but it wasn't a city after that. So that's why we kicked them out of the traditions and destroyed their precious ether, removed it from reality, because they just could not be controlled. They were wild, they were dangerous, and the traditions embraced them. This is what we have to deal with. People who, because of the artistic vision of free science, are willing to just burn the world by accident. Not because they're evil, because they refuse to take any security precautions that would work, because if they took security precautions, they couldn't make it so miraculously good. Oh, sorry. Getting a bit uptight there. Let's move on. Verbena. The Verbena are not witches, apparently, but they're witches. They're the ones, the pagans, the druids, the ones full of life, the nature worshippers, the old-fashioned hippies. Except the modern hippies, they're wonderful. Let's have drugs. Let's have a party. Let's be happy. The old ones, they have all this thing that nature is full of pain and suffering, red in tooth and claw. Of course it is. That's why we want to make it better. But anyway, they took this thing and saw it not as something that needed to be improved, but as a fundamental thing that should be preserved. So that is what they're about. Nature, its violence, its glory. Natural secretions as part of their magic. Blood, semen, spit, all these sorts of things. And there were quite a lot of the witches, from what I hear, were Verbena, genuine Verbena, but not a lot of the ones that got captured, admittedly. Those were the ones where you knocked on the door, you would open it, you would look around for the witch that the villagers had told you about. You'd look around cautiously. Then you get your throat ripped out by a wolf, while the actual Verbena was 10 kilometers away because her owls had warned her and she'd got moving when you stepped in the secret circle of blood that she had traced everywhere. So yes, this is modern witchcraft that works. Are they scary? They're kind of scary. Witches are all scary, but they're not devil worshippers. They don't have the scale. The Sons of Aether might blow up the world because they could. Cult of Ecstasy, who knows what they might blow up the world because they can't. They're kind of crazy. The Celestial Chorus wants to sing the entire world together. The Verbena, in my view, lack ambition. They have their magic that works. They live a bloody long time. That's something I really would want to get out of them. They probably could live forever, but they don't because cycle, blah, blah, life, or whatever. But their ambitions are so small. They want to preserve cycles, nature, advantage themselves a bit. They have no... You put them in charge of the world and they would resign the very next day. Well, they wouldn't resign, or maybe they think they could run it, but they can't because they don't have any great ambitions. So dangerous and helpful, small scale perhaps, but not on the large scale. And now we must... Sorry. Oh, don't know why I was doing that. It was out of habit. I was expecting that since I'd finished talking to you about two traditions, that our interrogators would burst in and drag one of us away like all the previous times. No? Okay. Strange. Hasn't happened.